Okay, so there we go. So, okay, you guys, so here we go. We are live, I'm pretty sure. Looks like we are. Okay, so I am not going to mess around anymore because I am 20 minutes late. So, but because Facebook decided they're going to change things around and I cannot go live from my phone from my business page. So I've had to go on here and go live from my personal page. So I am just going to thank the Lord because there's a reason for this, and we're just going to go on and go through this. So first off, from last week's video, if you guys haven't watched it, with probably most of you guys from my personal page, probably has not. Hey Lynette, I'm so glad you found me. My phone wouldn't let me do live from my business page now. I don't know what's going on. So I'll have to research it when we're done here. So anyway, if you watch my video and you share my videos and you comment that you shared it, because it doesn't always tell me who shared, it'll just say I have so many people that shared, but it doesn't give me all the names. So if you comment that you shared and you like my videos, you're entered into the drawing for the next Facebook Live to win whatever my project was that we worked on. So last week was this card. We did this. This was a sympathy card. May the memories of yesterday comfort you today. So we did that. So we have two people that actually did all three. So, and the winner is Chris Kelly. So congratulations, Chris. You won this week's. I think Lynette, you won last week's. Okay, so let's go ahead. I have a project that I kind of sort of started here. We're going to make a tag. You can put this in the front of a card. You can put it, use it as a gift tag on a gift, on a box, anything you want. So I just wanted to show you how to do this. So we are going to use a little bit of Designer Series paper. We've got some crumb cake, some Pear Pizzazz, and I think on this one, this one right here, I used just regular cardstock, and I used our chalkboard marker and put little dots on there. But this one, I think we're going to use, and I used Flirty Flamingo and Rich Razzleberry. So on this one, I'm still going to use the Pear Pizzazz for the stems, and which all I did was just cut them out. On this one, I did stamp them and then cut them out. But for this one, I just cut them out. And I think I'm going to bring in some Poppy Parade to use with the Petal Pink. This is Petal Pink Designer Series paper. So I'm going to put those together. I really love that color combination. And I do have, here it is right here. So we are going to bring in, there is a background stamp that I do not have, so we can't use that on this project. But I do have, well, actually, this is my daughter's. It belongs to her. This is a retired embossing folder, but I'm going to use it in this project. I don't normally use retired products that you can't get, just in case you fall in love with it and you want it, and then I have to tell you, I'm so sorry you can't get it, and I hate for that to happen. So I don't normally use them, but for this project, I really wanted to show you what the chicken wire would kind of look like if you had the all wired up background stamp, which I'll show you what it looks like. I've got it marked in here so that I could find it quickly. It's this one right here. So hopefully you can kind of see it. It looks like chicken wire, and it's a background stamp. So you just use that. And then, I don't have that, so like I said, we're going to use this. This will give the same effect. So I'm just dragging my crumb cake ink pad on this and trying to get as much ink on this as I can get. Oops. Just on there, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to lay my piece of crumb cake down. So we're doing tone on tone. I'm just going to lay that down. And then I am just going to rub this and push down on it. I don't want to run it through my Big Shot because I don't want the honeycomb hexagon in it. I just want it to have the appearance of chicken wire. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be okay. At least I hope. Okay, so there. So that gives you the appearance of chicken wire. So if you have the all wired up, you can just ink that up, stamp it, and it makes it a whole lot easier. But if you don't, and you happen to have a hexagon embossing folder, you can use that too, and it works just fine. Okay, so we've got that. Now, this is what I am recreating. This is from the catalog, and it's not going to look exactly like that, but it's pretty close, and I'm just showing you that the samples that are in your catalogs, they are duplicatable. You can actually case them. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. So I have my 2 stems that I cut. Now I'm going to bring in my tulip builder punch, and I am going to punch out one tulip and one little leaf here. And also, you guys, when I've been using this, I've been using this as a leaf. So I wanted to show you that not only is it a leaf, but you can use it to add more dimension to your tulips to make them look even cooler. All right, so I am just gonna go ahead and punch that out. Then I want to punch one here. And let me show you another little trick too. When you're using designer series paper and you punch these out together, it automatically cuts that side. But if you punch it out the same way, if I were to do this the same way with this leaf going this way, it would, in order to get it to go to the other side, you see it doesn't quite fit when you go to that way. So if you wanted to get it to fit, it's going to be the wrong side. So all you have to do is turn it over and then punch it. Isn't that a cool little tip there? I love giving tips. I think it's pretty awesome. Something that makes your crafting experience go a lot smoother. Okay, so now it fits on the other side. Just like that, and nobody knows that I flipped it over. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I have this and I have this, so we're going to build them. You can use Stampin' Dimensionals to make these outside petals go a little bit higher, but I am just going to use my glue dots. I had them over here earlier. Not quite sure what I did with them, so what did I do with them? Well, they should be right here. Don't you hate when stuff like this happens and it never fails? It always happens to me during a live. It never ever fails, but that's what makes it real. At least that's what my brother tells me. He tells me all the time, it makes it real and it makes it fun. And I said, really? You have fun when I lose something? All right, so I can't find it, so that really stinks because I did, for real, just have it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use these glue dots because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time looking for them. And I know, here they are, they fell on the floor. Wow, okay, I told you I had them. All right, so, hey, you finally found me. I'm so sorry. It is, it would not let me do it on my business page. Even the posting and everything changed from earlier, and I don't know what happened, so I'm going to have to figure that out. So all I did was just double my glue dots. I put 2 of them on there, and that will give me just a little bit of lift, is what it will do. It won't like lift it up like a dimensional will, but it's not going to be quite flat, so you can kind of see it has a lift. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting 2 of them together on top of each other, and that is just going to go just like that. So going to spread them out just a little bit. So there. So isn't that cute how that works? And if you want that to have even more dimension, then of course you can add a dimensional and it will lift it higher. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that, take that and that and that. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on our stem, just like that one. So that one's ready. So now we're going to take our Poppy Parade. And now for this one, it doesn't matter if you cut one up backwards or upside down, because you can just flip the paper over, because it's just a solid piece of cardstock. So in fact, let me go ahead and do this one with the Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using the minis so that you can kind of get a good idea of how much it pops it up. It's really pretty. Sometimes though, I just like a little bit of subtleness. Turn this just like this. There we go. And then this one is going to go right here. Hope I'm in the camera. I think, Lynette, you might be on a different page than us because your comments aren't showing up where everybody else is, which is okay with me. But I have to keep both of those up so I can read your comments too. All right, so there we go. So see how that lifts it up just a little bit more. And this one's just a little subtle lift. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and take a glue dot and attach that to our stem. And then I'm just going to cross these over like so. I'm going to use another glue dot. I thought about using my liquid glue, but I think I'm just going to use this. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit like that. Dokes. All right, and then I'm going to stick another glue dot. I love glue dots. Okay, and I'm going to place that right about where, where I want it to go, which is right about there. And then I'm going to give these a little trim, right like so. Just like that. Now, if you want to put leaves on there, you can punch out some leaves, which I'll do. I'll just punch one out there and punch one out there. There's a leaf and there's a leaf. Get rid of that. And I am going to put my leaves just like that. So, you know what? I think I am gonna, I don't know, I might not have enough in here. Use a little bit of this liquid glue. Just like that. And just like that. There we go. And now we need to stamp a sentiment on there. Let's see. It's a little early for Mother's Day. But how about we'll just do a little hello. Maybe we'll do hello. Because you can use hello for anything. For any gift, any card. We'll just use hello. So go ahead here and we could use one of the colors in the tulips, or we could use the color in the background cardstock, which is crumb cake. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep it crumb cake for right now. So I need a piece of Whisper Away cardstock, and I have it right here. So I am just going to stamp that down. Hopefully I did that in the camera. If not, here, we'll do it again. Of course. There we go. All right. So we've got hello. Now I can use a punch or a die, but for this one, I'm just going to keep it really simple and just cut that right out. Matter of fact, I probably should have brought over my little mini trimmer so that I could have cut it straight. But it's okay. It is okay. I am. Alright, so now I have a retired hole puncher, but we have some punches that will punch holes in things, so you don't have to worry about that. There's a little handheld punch. That might not have made it over here because I was japping my jaws on the phone earlier, and I remember getting it out of the drawer, but I don't remember what I did with it after that. Oh, you guys, you gotta love me because, you know, I'm just like that. I forget things. Well, shoot. Maybe I did not bring that over here. I don't know what I did with it. I know I took it out of the drawer, and it's not in the drawer, so I know that I did. Well, we'll just poke a hole in it. How about that? That will work. That will work. I'll just use my take your pick. And we have our piercing mat over here. This side's the yucky side. Actually, they both are. And I'm going to flip that around and put the piercing tool on there. And we are just going to poke a little hole in there. Just like that. It won't be a clean hole, but it'll work. Okay. And then same thing with this. We're going to poke a hole right there. Okay. I sure wish I would have had my hole puncher because it would make it a lot cleaner. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay, so now I've got some white baker's twine, and I am just going to stick that right in this hole right here, if I can get it in there. Oops, yeah, I was talking to you, Chris. I don't know what I did with it. I took it out of the drawer, but it didn't make it over here. It might be somewhere else in the house. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I may not be able to get this in here. Really don't like the way that hole looks, but we just have to make do sometimes. That's all there is to it. Come on. Well, part of it went through. There we go. Okay. Then we can, that's probably too big, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this in a knot though, but you don't have to, because you can use a glue dot and just glue it down. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to cut this a little shorter. I'm going to take a glue dot, if I can find them. You guys aren't going to believe this, but I really did lose my glue dots already. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are, right here. I tell you, today is one of those days, you know that? Alright, so I am just going to stick that right there, like so. So let me bring it over here so you can see that better. And then I've already pre-tied a bow using the polka dotted tulle ribbon. I think this ribbon is so pretty. It's one of my favorites. And we are going to trim that, and that's going to go right there using another glue dot. I tell you, glue dots are your friends. Okay, so just like that. And then I am going to, I was playing around with some things earlier, but I didn't finish playing around with them, and I wanted to see how I liked it. Here we go, here it is. So I have this little bow too, and I thought, well, why don't we make that bow a little smaller and put it on top like that. I think I really, really like that look. So hopefully you guys can see it. And we're going to just stick that right on top of there with a little glue dot. Just like that. There's your hello. And we're going to trim this. These are not my ribbon scissors, so it's going to be a little yucky. A little yucky. Come on. All right, I think I want to cut this one down a little bit too, so we will. Right there. All right, so this also could come up a little higher too, but we'll leave it alone just like that. Okay, so there is your little tag, and then we can take another piece of this, or you can use your baker's twine and put this on top up here like so as your pretty little tag, like that. And then you can take some baker's twine, or we can even take some tulle, a little bit of the tulle, and tie this. You can tie either a little bow or a little, since I'm working with a little piece here, I'm just going to make a knot bow. A knot bow. Let me see here. Come on up. Come on up. Just like that. We got a little knot bow. And then just like that. Okay, so there you go. So now you have a pretty little tag to go on a little gift, or you can even use this as your decoration for a card. And let me show you what that will look like. So I have a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock that's 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I am just going to stick this right up there, just like that. And now you have a cute little card too. So then you can put the inside in. Just cut you a piece of Whisper White to go in, so you can stamp your sentiment, or just write whatever it is that you... It might be in the microwave. Yeah, because I never found my coffee either. Okay, so you can just cut you a piece of Whisper White cardstock in there to stamp your sentiment, or you can just write your sentiment in there, and then there you go. So isn't that cute? Absolutely love that. I hope you guys liked it too. I hope you give it a try, and if you do give it a try, go over to my group page, Paper Crafting Together. You'll have to request to join if you're not a member of it, and you can post your pictures of your projects that you did, because I really love to see them, see what you guys do. Okay, you guys, thanks a lot for joining me, and if you're looking for a demonstrator and you need a catalog, either the annual or the new mini or the celebration or all three, let me know and I'll be happy to send them to you. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Sorry I was late. Sorry about the tech problems too. See you guys later. Bye-bye.